next week. We're always blessed when they're here, and when it doesn't work out for them to be here, we feel a little emptiness. Although I got to be blessed in Sunday school this morning, and that's important. But Maria, the thoughts that you shared, I will try to. What Dennis has said is so important to have a church family. The pastor can't do it all, and to be real honest, we may not always be aware. You know, it may be, has it been one Sunday since somebody's here? Has it been 2 Sundays? Did they tell us they were going out of town? And it takes a whole family. That's one of the strengths. The United Methodist Church believes very strongly in lay ministry, that all of us need to take a part in that. And above all, we all need to let each other know. And so if you know something, or if you are the one who's sick yourself, just call somebody. You have permission to send me a text. I've learned with my young teachers that the only way I'm going to get a message that they're going to read, that I need for them to read, is to send them a text, and then I get an answer right back. It's like, okay, God, I got it. This is fun. But the story I wanted to share with the kids, so you'll have to hear it twice when they get it, is the story. We've been doing birds, and I saved the best bird for last, and that's the sparrow. About 20 years ago, I heard Joni Eareckson Tada on the radio. She has a wonderful regular program, and then she speaks in a lot of different occasions. And she said that whenever she goes to visit someone who has she called it kind of a serious need. Now, I'm not going to make that judgment, big, small. If somebody has a need, she always takes them a figurine of a sparrow. I thought, that is an awesome idea. And so my mom and I at the time kind of made that a mission. And I want you to know it is not easy to find sparrows. You can find eagles because they're majestic. You can find beautiful, bright colored parrots. You can find cardinals and those mean old blue jays. You can find all that kind of thing. But who wants a sparrow? Because they're so simple. So I have actually made things into sparrows. I've said, you're going to have to pretend that this is a sparrow. We brought Joanne something a couple of summers ago that had a long beak. I said, just pretend like the beak's not there. I was about to break it off, but it was too pretty. And his coloring, to me, looked like a sparrow. But I had gotten little sparrows for the kids at Cracker Barrel. They're really salt and pepper shakers. The kids are going to figure that out. They're going to say, why is there a hole in the bottom of this? And why are there holes in the top? And I'll say, we'll address that later because you're supposed to be the salt of the earth. That's another lesson. But I went to buy them, and they had sold out almost all of them. And so I'm collecting everything they have. And wouldn't you know, they had all one color, and then they had one left that was yellow. Now, he's a little bright to be a sparrow, because sparrows are usually really dull, not gorgeous-looking birds. But remember, Jesus said, if God cares enough for the sparrow that sells for a farthing, and he cares about whether it's fed, whether it's clothed, how much more he cares for you. I'm worth more than that little sparrow, and that's what he said, that God loves it. And so I thought, now, if I have so many kids that I need the yellow one, we know they're going to fight over it, so I'll have to have a plan in place before, to deal with this. And it's like God, and so I wrapped it separately so I'd know which one was the yellow one in a pinch. And it was like this morning, God said, I've already got that worked out. The only reason there was one yellow one was because you're going to give it today to Maria. Maria, you have reminded our hearts, and you need a sparrow.